Hi, so in this tutorial, I want to quickly show you the different methods via which you can make payment for whatever it is you are buying on Paystack. So many people don't know that you can actually use transfer, USSD code, some specific interbank transfers, and a couple of other payment options on Paystack. They always go on asking for people's bank account numbers so that they can make manual transfers. Many coaches these days don't have the time for manual transfers because it is stressful, and if they are selling a cheap product, it's just not worth the stress to have to be confirming payments from different people, for such small money. So you can actually make payments, all kinds of payments on Paystack, and that's what this video is about. So whenever it is you get to the Paystack page, typically what you're going to see is this form page like this. They require you to fill in your details, your phone number, let's say how much, whatever it is you want to pay, depending on if there's a specific product price or not. Then you click on pay now, and then when you click on pay now, these are the next options that will come up. So if you click on pay with card, we all know automatically it takes you to the card page. If you click on pay with bank, there are certain banks that allows you to be able to make interbank transfers, but it's not exactly the same as transfer. It's not exactly the same thing as bank transfer. So if you want to use transfer, like you want to go to your banking app to go and transfer, then you have to use the transfer option, or you can use USSD code, or you can use Visa QR for those who have that. So let's try with card first. So you click on card. Of course, it will ask you to enter your card details. When you enter your card details, you enter your your numbers, and then you click on pay the amount that you want to pay. And once you're done with that, of course, you are good to go. That's all. So let's just say so it will ask you for your 4-digit card PIN, that's if you have that and all that, and then you enter all those details, and then you simply follow through on the process to the end, and that's it. So that's it for card. So let's go on. Sorry, I just closed the page. Let's open it again, and then of course the page loads up again. If you want to pay with let's say you want to pay with transfer, for example, you enter all the details that are necessary, right? And then you click on pay with transfer. So it will automatically generate an automatic account number for you. So the way they structure this system to work for Nigerian buyers is that the system will actually generate a unique bank account number. So it's not permanent. Don't go and make the mistake of copying this account number and then keeping it in the future and say, oh, I will use it to pay that coach later. Each time you want to pay via transfer, a new bank account number is generated automatically for you, and it is attached to the transaction that you are trying to complete. So what you do is you copy the account number, you click on this square icons at the right hand side, and then click on copied, and then you go to your banking app, right? You go to your banking app, and then you open it, and you make the transfer the same way you make a normal transfer to another account. Of course, I don't need to teach you that. So once you're done, you come back here, and then you click on I have sent the money. When you click on I have sent the money, so let's say I have sent the money, what to do is that it will check, the system will check whether you have actually made payment. Now, do not close this page until the confirmation is done. When the confirmation is done, the page will automatically redirect you to whatever it is you paid for. Now, sometimes errors can happen, and this is why typically I usually advise people to use cards instead of using transfer, because sometimes you can make the transfer has gone from your end, of course, and then it hangs. So the vendor or the person you paid will actually get a notification that they've received payment from you. You have nothing to fear. Actually, if they've received the payment, of course, the system will tell them that they've received payment. You will also receive an email confirming that you have actually made payment. It's just that on this dashboard, it may not show, it may just hang, or something may happen and the page reloads and all that. All you need to do is then reach out to the vendor with the proof of your payments that you've paid them. And so if you can see, you notice that sometimes transfer tends to have these hassles. Card usually does not have that at all. And then once you're done, once the system confirms your payment, it will then redirect you to whatever it is you paid for, and then you can access it from there. So I'm going to close this page now. All right. And then for USSD, of course, we all know it's pretty much similar process. You enter the amount you want to pay, and then you click on pay now, and then you click on pay with USSD. And of course, choose your bank to start. Of course, you have to select. Oh, what did I just do? This is for 737. Sorry. Okay, pay with USSD. Choose your bank to start. I guess this is probably only available for GT Bank because when I click on this, that's all, right? Tap press long to call, how to pay with USSD. So GT Bank USSD is the only option available. So pretty much what you often have on this page, you have the option of using your card and you have the option of using your using transfer pretty much. If you're going to be using USSD, it essentially means you're going to have a digital bank account. So pretty much that is all there is to do with paying. It's not difficult. It's not. And I also need to say this for those of us who are usually afraid of card payments. I'm like, oh, I don't want to use my card. You may not know, but Nigeria's card payment system is virtually the most secure in the world. Yeah, I know that many of us don't tend to trust Nigerian things, right? But it's the most secure. You know why? Because one, after you have filled your card details, they will still ask you for either they ask you for your card pin or they will generate an OTP and send it to you. Many of us have seen this online before. Typically, international transactions, right, which use a completely different system, don't ask you for your card pin or generate an OTP for you. They don't generate an OTP for you. Once you enter your card details, because it is assumed that you and you are only should be the one who has access to those card details, they automatically debit your card. Right, but Nigeria will still either ask you for an OTP or they will ask you for your card pin. That's an extra layer of security. So as far as you're paying on a Nigerian, you're paying on Paystack or Flutterwave, you have absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of security because there is still a last layer that will require either your PIN or your OTP. And so if they can't get that, then nobody can issue the payment. So that's pretty much it. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you now understand and I hope you'll be able to take this knowledge and go ahead. If you need to watch the video again, right, to get the steps, then go ahead and do that. And that's it. Cheers.